Target Trading Academy.
Good afternoon, everybody. Preston Vogl here with today's Micros Market Recap. Let's get right into it with today. It is Tuesday. We weren't here yesterday. We had some personal things to take care of after lunch that carried through the evening. But for the most part, yesterday was pretty slow. So today is Tuesday, June 7th, just after the New York close here. Get into it with micro oil. We opened inside of the range from yesterday and pretty much just had some initial selling, met a floor, and then we just ground our way up sideways, and then, well, they kind of melted down. Not a whole lot of movement and progress in oil. They finally came down, made a new floor, and then they came back up. So we are by default a net change in the positive in oil, which, if that continues in the long run, won't be good for your gas tank prices. But in terms of action, not a whole lot of action today. Only one really good trade, I would say, in oil. Gold, blow that up as well. We opened inside in the balance, had some initial selling off, met a floor, and then just ground our way up into the right, and it was slow. Now our equities here, I should say it did finish positive as well. Equities here, a slow grind up as well. If we just go all the way back, we opened gap down well below that close, had a little bit of buying and then some initial selling, hitting that level of support, and you can just see the strength of volatility of the buyer stepping in here. And then kind of just, you can see it just teeters out, and as they lose that momentum, and then they get some again, and then monster short there, and the longs as well were pretty decent. But overall, it just was a grind. It got back into the range, got to that close, and just fiddled around in the area for a bit, and it just, for the most part, went sideways forever. This block here, I think, is about an hour long. So that'll tell you what you need to know about today. It was pretty slow, pretty choppy. But with that said, there were a handful of good entries. Now, this is kind of to be expected. We have rollover coming up, and so I would expect the volatility just to pull back a little bit as, you know, the other market's starting to open up. More participation is going into it, and less is coming from, or more is starting to leave from this one as well, until we finally get to that point of next Friday when this contract expires. So we did ultimately finish positive for the day. So that's so far oil, gold, and the ES finishing positive. Similar story in the Nasdaq. Not as far as away, I would say, from that close. But initially had selling in the Nasdaq. And then, again, it's just that choppy grinding move up, back towards the close. And then sideways, you can just see this brick here. And then that chop grind move up again. Had a new high. And then we got to lunch, came back down, and just going sideways. Several entries, though. I would say a little bit more play in the Nasdaq in terms of entries at the edges for today, at least. But ultimately, we did finish net positive in the Nasdaq as well. Once again, as the equities are going to be starting to roll over, with the settlement being on not this Friday, but next Friday, this is kind of to be expected, just as volume is leaving this contract and starting to enter the other one. So you may or may not have any good trade opportunities. That's okay. It's just, it happens every quarter for the equities, every month for oil. So, I mean, it's just something that you got to plan for. With that said, if you are interested in finding out how you can get these levels onto your charts the night before the next trading endeavor, yeah, I said that right, the next night before your next trading endeavor, feel free to reach out to us. Or if you're interested in learning how to trade futures in general, again, feel free to reach out to us. We are Target Trading Academy. You can find us on Facebook or go to our website at targettradingacademy.com. get in touch with a representative there, and they'll be able to show you into the rooms and what we do every day, and you'll be able to see for yourself why we are the #1 trading education company in the world. We look forward to seeing you there.